Hi, I'm Claire Idegan, the Head of Careers here at Leeds Beckett University. Today I'm going to be interviewing two of our students on the Masters programme. Both of our students recently participated in a project to complete the Thomas PPA Behavioural Assessment, and I wanted to just talk to them really about how it was for them, their experience and what they've gained from it. I became interested in this project after understanding that more employers are looking for not just qualifications but softer skills too. And we now know that more employers are using tools and techniques such as the Thomas PPA to learn more about the candidates before they appoint. So here with me today I've got James and Matt, and we're going to be going through a short interview with them. So welcome, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
First of all, just tell me a little bit about yourself, what you're doing here.
Well, we are both currently part of the Reda programme that's on campus. It's a international football academy that allows you to play to a high standard of football and also complete a master's degree. There's an undergrad programme, but we are master's students doing our sport business masters at the moment. Yeah.
That's great. So first of all, how would you describe the Thomas PPA? What is it?
Well, I think a good way to describe it is a personality assessment, but more complete and more in-depth than any other assessment you've ever taken. I know some people are familiar with the FIRO-B, and I think that the Thomas PPA takes it to a new level in a sense that, yes, you understand your strengths and weaknesses, but also I think it does a great job of offering you an opportunity to say and feel what you think you know inside, what your strengths are, but maybe you've never had the vocabulary to express that. And all of a sudden you have an opportunity with the Thomas PPA.
Okay, so talk me through the process that you went through to completing this questionnaire.
Well, we did it through the Reda programme that I mentioned previously, and it was really just through emails.
Yeah.
We received an email, it was kind of out of the blue, I guess, that the Academy had partnered with Thomas PPA to do this, and were giving us the opportunity for us to do it for free. And we thought, and it was as simple as just following a link and filling out an online questionnaire.
Okay, how long would you say it took to do that?
15 minutes, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so quite quick.
Yeah, from the minute you click and finish the survey, 15 minutes.
Okay, brilliant. What did you learn about yourselves from doing this?
A massive amount. I think we both agree that
absolutely
it was a very in-depth insight into ourselves as athletes and also on an academic level.
Yeah, I think it does a great job because James and I are very similar in our personalities in that one great part of the Thomas PPA is it helps you kind of develop a personal leadership style. And for outgoing people like James and I, we depend on really close personal relationships with every member of our team. We work in teams all the time, playing on football together, being in the classroom, working on a sport business masters. And so that ability to understand that, yes, I need to work with close relationships if I'm going to have a good team, that's something that was very useful to us.
Absolutely.
Okay. How do you think this will help you in terms of employability, finding a career?
Massively. One of the things that was highlighted in my personal assessment was how I need to relate in teams. I've recently started an internship at Nike at the turn of the year, and before I started I received my assessment through Graham Jarvis, my personal coach, and he relayed to me information that I then took into my first day of this internship and joining a new group, a new team, and really integrating as part of that unit and helping them to keep achieving what they are without disadvantaging them in any way.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I think I have a similar story. One of my biggest weaknesses is organizational skills, and as it was identified on the Thomas PPA, I talked with Graham, who was also my coach, and I think we'll talk about it in a second, but just the importance of the one-on-one coaching hour that you get with the qualified Thomas PPA coach that just takes you through everything and helps you understand. So when Graham and I talked about my organizational skills, it was a guided path to self-discovery. And what I mean to say is that I told Graham, yes, okay, we need to work on my organizational skills. And he said, well, how would you want to do that?
Okay.
And I said, maybe a calendar. So I'm coming up with the ideas, and then Graham facilitates what's the next step going to be. So he said, what would you put on that calendar? And then I decided, well, I'm going to make a regimented time system, and every single task I have to complete is in a certain time. I've been doing that for the past month, and it's revolutionized my daily tasks. It's doing a great job. So.
Brilliant. So you're describing there you're being coached. You were literally coached through that process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's great. In terms of if there was anything we could have done differently from Leeds Beckett point of view, what could we have done?
I think for us, it wasn't marketed in the marketing beforehand and what we received after, they didn't quite align. We were just kind of, this will help you do this, follow these links, and a lot of people, it was just kind of another email almost. But I think that if you market it properly and students can see the benefit before they've taken it, so I think that kind of interviews like this can really help students see that the advantages are massive of taking it. And I think if you market it properly, students are definitely going to get the most out of it, and it's going to be amazingly beneficial.
Yeah, I don't think you can stress enough the importance and the possibilities that are open, the doors that are open with the Thomas PPA, and for that reason, I think if Leeds Beckett does a better job of promoting it as a tool for self-discovery, for career advancement, then I think every student is going to want to take this.
That's great. So it is fair to say you were a little slow on the uptake in terms of completing, and why was that?
I think, as James said, the marketing for it was almost gimmicky. It felt like something maybe you see on the internet. It's just another personality quiz. And for that reason, when you have school and football and you want to travel a little bit, those things take precedence over maybe a link that you just fill out online. However, with the opportunities now that we see come with the Thomas PPA, I think it'd be crazy not to jump all over it.
Yeah.
Excellent. And in terms of within your course, is there any areas that you can use the Thomas PPA within your modules?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the last semester, just before Christmas, me and Matt undertook a module that required us to do a personal development presentation. And this Thomas PPA and what we found out really fit in with what we were trying to...
highest marks in the class.
Highest marks in the class, yeah. So it really fit in with what we were trying to achieve. And it gave us a different angle to the usual Phiro-B and other personality tests, and it gave us another dimension to self-reflect on ourselves as students, athletes, and also how we see ourselves in the professional world.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. As he said, it's very practical in that we literally used it on our personal development presentation, which was a massive part of our module grade, but also from using my example earlier about the organizational skills, there's a very realistic opportunity that comes with the Thomas PPA to better yourself as a student.
That's great. So if you had any last words for any of the students that might be considering doing this, what would you say to them?
I think that if you don't take the opportunity to do this, I think you'll be not doing yourself you'll be doing yourself an injustice because of what we received in a professional work setting and how it's helping us to develop moving forward. Because we finish in September, so we'll be moving out into the working world, and I think that the setup that we get from this is massively helping us to make that transition from finishing school into the real professional work environment.
Excellent. And I understand you two are now both considering taking the training to be profilers yourself.
Definitely. We definitely are. I think just from our coach Graham, we had such a positive experience, and just that ability Graham had to understand us. I'd never met the man in my life, but he knew my whole story within 45 minutes, which I thought was unbelievable. And I think we both want to provide that possibility to other people as well.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time today, and I wish you all the luck with your future studies.
Thank you.
Thank you.